Hi, this is John with Flat 6 Motorsports. Today we're taking a look at the numeric shifter for the 992. Let's get into it. Okay, so in front of me we have the factory 992 shifter out of a Carrera S and the numeric 992 shifter. So right away you can see a big difference is this is a complete drop-in shifter, obviously replaces the factory one. The factory one has a lot of plastic. Porsche does this for a variety of reasons, but mostly cost. And you can see it's a nice rigid plastic piece, but all of the movement is on plastic bearings. There is some metallic pieces inside of there, but you can kind of feel a lot of slop and flex to the shifter. Contrast that with the numeric, which is an all aluminum CNC piece, very tight. The tolerances you can feel right off the bat are super stable. Obviously the strength of aluminum is going to be far superior to the plastic, but all the bearings as well are replaced with spherical ball bearings. So right away you can feel there's a little bit of a spring tension as well on this, but it just feels very mechanical, very sharp and precise, versus the factory shifter feeling very loose. It feels secure, but it has slop and it just feels loose. So let's get the numeric in the car, and then we'll take it out and give you some driving impressions of how it feels driving the car. Okay, so we're setting off here in this 992. It's a beautiful 992 Carrera S. It's got some exclusive manufacturer bits on it. Really cool spec, real cool interior, beautiful color on the outside as well. Just overall a really interesting car for sure. One of the more interesting ones we've had. I really like the interior. But the big news here, aside from the Soul Performance exhaust that we put on, it's a full valved exhaust along with an M Engineering tune. This also has some H&R Sport springs and of course the numeric shifter. And I daily drive a Carrera T, so I already have the reduced throw shifter from Porsche, but I can tell you right away there's so much more positive engagement. Honestly, this is probably the way the shifter should have come from Porsche. It just is way more solid feeling, a little more resistance, so it requires a little more effort. So if you're somebody who wants an extremely soft and easy throw, this is going to require a little bit more beans to make it shift. But let's just drop it down into sport mode. It's just so much more solid feeling. The positive engagement's really nice. It's got rear wheel steer. These cars are such a blast. So fast with the tune. And the shifting gives you so much confidence, actually. I don't find the stock shifter to be it's too void of feel. It's a little numb, but when I'm on the track with it, I know where it's going. But this just gives you a lot more positive feel. So like I said, a little increased resistance, but it's so much sharper feeling. It just really is a very nice quality shifter. I think the replacement of the bearings they put on the inside of the shifter really give you a more solid feel, and there's just no slop or wiggleness to the shifter. This really does transform the driving experience to me. It's subtle, it's incremental, it's not a massive departure, but it just firms everything up, makes it more solid, gives you a nice kind of mechanical feel to let you know you're in between gates and into a gear. So I really like that. You're not, searching around to make sure that you made the shift or not. The throw is reduced a little bit too, so it's a little shorter. Now this was a Carrera S, so it didn't have the short shift kit from Porsche that the GTS or Carrera T have, but this is still slightly shorter than that. So it's a nice shorter shift, but you still have enough travel to kind of engage you and make you feel like you're, rolling gears, of course. But overall, I'm really impressed. I'm, didn't know at first if it's something I would do. I have numeric shifters in, my 987 Cayman S. I've had them in my 981 Cayman. I've had them in, variety cars, my 996 as well. But the newer shifters are so, just clean feeling that I didn't know if I would need it. But after driving this, it's definitely something I need in my car. And I think for any enthusiast who's interested in just kind of improving the feel of the car, you know, this is definitely one I would highly recommend and consider. It's a pretty easy swap, and it doesn't really, you know, take away from anything. It really provides an OEM plus feel, so it's not, you know, super aftermarket feeling or super stiff. It just kind of cleans up the little bit of slop that Porsche left in place. So if you're interested in 992 modifications for your Carrera, Turbo, or GT3, check us out at flat6.com. Thanks, we'll see you in the next one.